So yeah, you're right, Jessica. I did say that if nobody can come to it, I should record it for everyone to see later on. Yes. At the same time, I still value punctuality. Anyway, let's get started. So today, since we only have three people, I'm going to work with your possible businesses. Before I even say, oh, why isn't this moving? Before I even start explaining anything, I want to know um like where do you think or how do you think this would help you? Realistically speaking, because I may have a vision as to what we can accomplish, but I want to know from you guys, what do you think we can accomplish with this? Let's start with let's go with Jessica. What do you think you can get from this?
A lot of growth. I mean, if all of us, um, if all of us are going to learn about other paths or other skills, I mean that's growth. Right? That's the only thing I need now to um, get to the point and be freelance. I think.
Good. Okay. Okay. Right. And what about you, David?
I'm hoping to, first of all, quit my job. Maybe I'm not seeing this on a short term basis,
Yeah.
but mid and long term, I'm looking forward to it, and then to develop new skills to learn how to be a business owner here at Latin America. And yeah, to get like better at whatever we're about to start here.
All right. Pretty good. Pretty good. That's what we're gonna do. That is exactly what we are going to aim for. That's at least that is my vision for everybody here as well. My vision is for you guys to have the necessary tools, experience, equipment, and knowledge to create your own assets. That's what we're going to create. We're going to create an asset that will eventually allow you to quit your job and just live life on your own terms. Okay. Enough yapping. Let's get to the real thing. Let me open the document we didn't use yesterday. Okay. Let me know when you can see this.
I'm seeing it okay right now.
Okay, pretty good. So this is gonna be um I don't know, from freelancer or even employee to uh business owner. Okay, so the first thing we got to know is exactly why we're doing this. Everybody already mentioned that because you want to grow, because you want to leave your job. That's like the most fundamental thing to know. The second thing to know is how can we pull it off? How can we actually do it? There's a series of steps that will take you from just exchanging your time for money to create a legit business. So the first thing or the first step is to understand the industry you're in. Not everybody's going to be in the same industry, obviously. For example, Jessica might be in, I don't even know what kind of, I know that you're a technical writer, but I don't know exactly for what companies you offer your services to.
I mean, I used to work with the tech companies,
Okay.
but
So,
I think I can do um, technical. Articles are the communication for everyone.
Okay, very good. Okay, hold on. Somebody wants to join the call. So that is the first thing. So I'm just basically going to tell you what I do. Okay. On from the very beginning, what I did or the mistakes that I made were okay. Someone else wants to join. That's odd. Okay,
Hey, Daemian, how are you doing?
pretty good. You're late.
Yeah, I know. It was all of a sudden.
Yes. Anyway, no more distractions. Let's see. Let me tell you all of the mistakes I made, and I think everyone will be able to relate with this. I didn't get proper training from anybody. I just basically did everything myself, and I thought I was progressing, but in reality, I was just wasting my time. In the beginning, of course, I did not have clear systems for client acquisition, for my operations, for the deliveries I had to do. When I say delivery or deliverables, actually, the deliverables are the pieces of work that you have to give, that you have to deliver to your client. That's deliverable. Okay. So I had very poor deliverable quality. And all of these things will eventually get better with practice. And this is basically part of knowing or understanding exactly who you're going to serve. I think that's one of the most important aspects. And you might say, like, yes, I already know this, but some people, believe it or not, don't have a clue as to where to start. So we're just going to start from the basics. Remember, all of these sessions are going to be recorded for other people that may not be at the same level as you are. So, all right. To understand the industry you're in, you need to know the players, but we'll cover that later. Know the players, know what solution you're going to give, what a solution, no, what solutions you're going to provide. Can you guys do me a very solid favor? Like, I'm just gonna mute you, every single one of you, until I let you participate, I think. Okay, so yeah, thank you very much. That's way better. I don't have to force my my voice. Wait, wait. Eh? Okay. Anyway, so and typically you would also know how much money, or it should be your goal to know how much money you want to make. Also, well, I don't want to overwhelm you guys with these things. Let's go through some of the other mistakes I think you're going to make is not understanding the value of money. And we can cover this in a few hours, actually. As someone who is trying to go from employee to business owner, Maria Claudia, could you turn off your mic for a moment?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. as someone who is trying to go from employee to freelancer to business owner, you need to understand that you can no longer work for money. You have to make money work for you, which is completely different. It's a completely different game. And you should be comfortable, which by the way, I was not. I was not comfortable with investing in my own business. And this was crucial. This was one of the worst mistakes I made in the beginning, because I thought I could basically just make everything myself, like autonomously. And I fell into the trap of pretty much committing every single mistake because of that, because I wasn't able to delegate some of the functions to other platforms. Now we have AI. AI is something that I didn't have back in the day when I was starting this venture. And like I said, we can talk about the importance of the value of money for many hours, but in a nutshell, I want you to be very comfortable with investing your own money into the business. Okay. And let's go from there. Let's develop on this idea to how to get started. So, what are the requirements to have a business? I cannot say successful business for me in my case, because if I don't work in my business, the business doesn't work. But that's fine. I designed it that way because I knew that I was not going to do that forever. See, I think that once you have other people, once you train other people, then you can manage that eventually. But in my case, I just know, I know myself, and I know that eventually I'll get bored of things. Just like I got bored very quickly of being a copywriter. To have a, let's call it a profitable business. Yes. Maybe not successful, but definitely profitable. You need, well, before you even get to the clients, you need a solution, which I think you guys may already have. A solution, an offer, leads. You cannot have a business if you don't have leads. See? A way to get leads. Very important. You may have the leads, but eventually you're going to run out of them. A way to generate and nurture leads. Proper ethics, right? Obviously, super important. If you're not an ethical person, you're at the wrong place. Okay. And one of the most important things I was going to mention was the expertise, which we're going to get sooner or later. The way I'm going to work with this community is that I'm going to tell you as much theoretical. Somebody just came in too late, so unfortunately I cannot let them in. Maybe next time. Anyway, the session is going to be recorded, so if they want to watch it later, that's fine. What was I saying? Okay, so yes, you're going to get the necessary expertise to make this work. Arguably, something else that it is required is to have a distribution plan. And planning comes with the client's journey. Is anybody familiar with this concept?
Yes, I mean, at least from the UX side.
Okay, good. What can you tell us about it?
From the UX perspective, it's just um, what is the need, or what needs the client specifically, and what are the steps for get to get to it. Yeah.
Okay, good, more or less. Does anybody else have any other comments? Anything?
I would say like your client has to know what you're offering.
Good.
Then he turns into a hot lead, I guess, and then you have to follow up on him for him to make a decision on into buying your product, and then just
Him or her?
giving him or her whatever
Yeah.
it might be, and so and after that is just keeping him like giving him or her a good like a good follow up, like a good experience, and then that client will eventually um, let your
Convert.
product convert and yeah, and take you to a different ones to a bunch of other clients as well.
All right, very good, excellent. That could be a very solid client journey. Yes. The way I look at it is, it's a little more. It has a little more steps, but you just simplified it in a very nice way. Basically, we have an offer. We have a service that nobody knows about. Nobody. And we have multiple ways to get our service to the right people. And when I say people, it could be individuals or organizations. And hold on, somebody else wants to join. And this is basically what we call a funnel. In a way, you guys are going to have to become very familiar with this terminology. See, it may or may not be that important, but it definitely clarifies a lot of things. See, uh, whenever I embark on uh, a new project, one of the first things I cover is the jargon, the vocabulary, and I think I even did that in my book. In the first book I wrote, one of the first things I covered was the vocabulary, or at least I addressed it. So yes, you're right. You need to have the ability to find your leads, let them know about your service, warm them up. They don't become hot immediately. You have to warm them up little by little, right? And once they're warm enough, once they get on a call with you, and once you convince them to pay you money, then they convert, and then they can become clients. But the process doesn't stop right there. Just like you said, you can actually get that one client and get other referrals from that one. So yeah, that's basically what we're going to do here. We're going to learn all of those steps on how to get a profitable business, which is going to be online. So what tools do we need to make that happen? I'm going to tell you 5 and you're going to tell me 5 more. I want you to think, all right? I'm going to tell you the 5 that are not that obvious. So I'm going to let you guys tell me the top 5 that are very, very obvious. So let's start with number 6. Go number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 6 is a website. And it's not a website just to show. I mean, you can have it just to show your services, but the real importance of a website is to collect payments. See? To collect payments. Otherwise, $2,000 clients are just not going to trust you enough if you don't have a website. That is the sad reality of it all. Okay. What else do we need? We need, okay, something else that might not be that obvious. Could be, like I mentioned, a marketing strategy. Could be. But I think that sounds more obvious. So let's go really deep. Let's go with a payment processor, which I know what you're thinking. You might be thinking that you can charge money using PayPal or whatever. But no, a proper payment processor is the way to go. Let's see, what else? You need a clear strategy, not a marketing strategy, a clear strategy for delegation. You need to know how to do that. And then you might need, most people, I can't believe most people don't even know about this, but you need a budget. See? What else do I think you need to make a business kind of successful, kind of profitable? You might want to get yourself some, this is going to sound silly, but some mental stability to deal with rejection. Believe it or not, these 5 things are the least common things you need to run an online business that really pays the bills. So each one of you is going to give me one of the top 5 things that you think a business needs. Let's go with the people that came in late. Let's go with Wilmer. What do you think you need?
I think for me, management time. When you don't have the organization in order for you to do your tasks,
Time
you
management,
know,
yes. Good.
yeah, it's very important for me.
What about Luis Miguel? Luis Miguel. You're muted, by the way. Or did I think about it, or I think he left? Yeah, he might have left. Anyway, let's go with David. David, what else do you think you need?
Yeah, I could think we need like a work ethic. Yeah, because since it's something that we are going to do by our own, we are not going to have anyone that is going to like constantly seeing what we are doing.
Let me stop you right there. That is not a necessary element of a highly successful business, because in reality, most big businesses right now are predatory. See, like Apple. Apple is the best example of this. Very little ethic, but they make a ton of money every year. Microsoft as well. Not morally correct, but still makes a ton of money. Tesla, another example. See, but you're right. Like in the sense that work ethic makes it very difficult for you to lie, and customers don't like when you lie. So yeah, in that specific regard, yes, you might need that. Somebody said discipline. Wait, who was it? I think I saw a comment somewhere. Right, Wilmer.
Yeah,
Okay,
I did it. Yeah.
yes, good. But besides the intangible things, what else do we need, Jessica?
I think we might need online advertising, like
Yes,
ads.
an online presence.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, because also maybe the a good management of social media.
Good, good, very good. Let's go with David. David, what do you think we need?
I think we would need like a brand. You should build a brand. Also, we should have a system. Like, what if like some steps, like a guide, like a summary of what happens if a client get in contact with us. What is the process with that client? What are we offering? What are like these steps, like the ops inside our business? I having that in mind.
Exactly, exactly. And since you guys, well, I'm not judging here, but most likely, since you guys come from the employment world, some of you might be overwhelmed at the amount of things that you, or the amount of responsibilities that you think you might have. And yeah, it might seem like a lot, but believe me when I tell you that when you when you have an exceptional product or an exceptional service, in this particular case, I think people give you more, clients specifically give you a little bit more leeway to get away with making mistakes in that regard. Brand, yes, strong. I am of the belief that having a brand, it's not 100% necessary, but it detaches you from your business legally. Legally, specifically legally. It's not the same if you offer your services as Daemian Sterremaker than if you say Sterremaker Industries. Those are two completely separate entities. Wait, Merali is trying to join. Give me a second. Okay. Right. So these are the tools. There's one, well, there's actually more, but there's only room for one left. Let's see who else is here. Maria Claudia, what do you think? What tools do you think we need to run a profitable business?
I am not focused on the meeting, but I am listening. I will watch more focus when with the recorder.
Good. That's fine. That's all right. Let's go with Meralia. Meralia, the question, I know that you just came in, but the question is very simple. And you might actually know the answer. What tools do we need to have a profitable online business? Some people said time management, work ethic, an online presence, a brand, a website, a payment processor. What else? You're muted, by the way.
I'm thinking. I'm thinking. Wait a moment, because I just arrived here, and
That's
then
fine.
I am.
That's fine.
Okay. The management. Okay. I don't know if the teamwork
Could be,
is good.
yes. Very good. Exactly. In the beginning, we're not
Mhm.
going to have a team. We are going to be the team, basically. By the
Yeah.
way, I was going to propose something along those lines to you guys, but later on, later in a week from now. But anyway, I'll just tell you now. What if every single one of you, I can literally tell you from tomorrow how to get leads. We can really start to getting leads and offering the service that I do know how to do the most, which is funnels. That way we can really start getting like working as a team to get clients. And we can just split the revenue.
Mm-hmm.
That is an exercise that I was thinking to do like a little more down the line, like a little more with once we have enough experience. But what do you guys think? Would you like to see that happening this week, or maybe do you think it's too soon?
Of course, of course.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, we should do that now. Yes, we are going to start. And Damien, a question. Are you recording this?
Yes.
All right, good.
Right.
Nice. Good.
So there are tools that we need to make the business afloat. And there are some other elements that are indispensable in a business as well. We cover the most important one already, which is clients, right?
Of
Like
course, yes.
you guys are always going to hear me talk about clients because that is the backbone of the amount of money that you're going to make as a business owner. But it's not enough to just make the clients fall from the sky. Let's assume that you make them. Let's assume that you have them in front of you. What else? And if anybody is able to tell me this, what else do you think we need?
Mm.
I think we might also need a communication channel.
Good. To do
I don't know,
what?
like the a chat on the website or a WhatsApp business or something like that. To actual have an actual conversation with the clients.
To do what?
Yes.
To know what job we need to do and
Okay.
To the
get
communicate,
feedback
of
and
course.
I don't know, to get
The commun-
clients.
yes.
What do you
It's very
think,
good.
David? I think you were raising your hand. What do you think?
So we need to sell.
Exactly. We need to close the sale. Yes. Like we need clients and sales or leads and sales. I'm okay with having leads and sales rather than just finding clients somewhere. See? Uh if you get a client too easy, be careful with that. You also have to be very careful with the way you get clients. If you don't fight for them, I don't know, like there's something fishy about that already. See? So we
Easy
have
going.
to be able to close them.
Maybe you say easy come, easy go.
Well, yeah, not because they will go easily, but because they can hurt your organization.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Maybe, and I these have happened to me before. I have no proof, but I also have no doubts that
Yes. Of course.
some competitors disguise themselves as clients just to see how you work, just to see how you run things, just to see how like what is your offer. And a long time ago, a few years ago, that got me thinking into a marketing strategy that I use to close real clients. It's nothing ethically wrong. It's just ethically gray. But it's not illegal. It's not nothing of the sort. It's just a little bit more like creative, if you know what I mean. But maybe I'll cover that later. Like when we get to client acquisition, I'm gonna tell you all about it. How to get clients the easy way and how to make them interested in what you're
Oh yeah. What you have.
offering.
Mm-hmm.
Now with all of that fucking yapping out of the way, here's the real question. Did anybody analyze my website? I want to know who went out of their way to check this website out. Who did it? Does anybody know what I offer? Really, nobody did it. Okay.
I only know about the books
Didn't do it.
and the TikTok channel.
Oh, that's okay. That's fine. That's all right. Look, I could have easily made another website to sell my book, but I was like, "Ugh, I'm not gonna make just another one just to do that. I can just make it as an extension of my own funnel. Let's see if I can share my funnel with you, which is nothing out of the ordinary. It's just a simple, very simple website. Okay. Can you guys see this? Wait, am I sharing the screen or not?
No, you stop caring.
Okay. Now, can you see it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Like, I would have hoped that someone might have checked it, but anyway. So in this little blue button right on the top corner, that's where the book is stored. So that's not what we're gonna see today. This is what we're gonna cover today. This is the funnel that people see when they see my ads. When I ran ads, this is the only link that they will always go to. See? And it's a very simple website. It's completely simple. I made this in like 3 weeks, maybe less. And mind you, I didn't even know how to make a website back then.
Did you have your non-code page?
The what?
Did you do that with the non-code tool?
Yes, exactly. No code tool, which is in my case is WordPress.
Oh, cool.
WordPress and Elementor. All right, because I just wasn't into websites or whatever. So these are, oh, by the way, these are the services that I offer. See? Software as a service sales copy, which is what I specialize in. However, I not only work with SaaS companies. In reality, SaaS companies are the least amount of clients that I ever got, ever, since I opened up this business. And these are the deliverables that I can offer my clients: sales scripts, funnels, video scripts, meta ads, research, and email marketing. Now, let me ask you something. Do you really, really, really think I know how to do all of these things?
No.
Why not?
Because if I listen to your question, how you're making it, how you're doing
Aha.
this, I say, okay, yes, of course. No.
It's because
Yes,
of
it's just
it's because of the way I produce the
yes,
question. It makes you
of
think that I
course.
might not know. Well, I do know, but I don't really know at a very deep expert level. What I really do know to do is how to convince people to give me money. That's what I really am good at.
This is very good for us, you know.
Right. So when I didn't know how to do something, I just charged money up front and then I delegated that to someone else. Okay? And
And
that's how I started with the video editing service. For those of you who don't know, I didn't start with this from scratch. The very first iteration, the very first version of my business was a complete package for YouTubers in very specific niches. And all I did to them was analyzing their channels, writing their scripts for a whole month, getting the, how do you call this, the stock footage, because I'm talking about a very specific kind of channel. I don't do that anymore, and I haven't done it in years, but there are certain types of content on YouTube that you can create without any recorded video of your own. You can just basically make a compilation of stock footage, right? And just add a voice, add a text, add a script, and there you go. You have a bunch of views. So that's what I used to do before. Then I said, like, yes, go on.
I want to know something. I don't know if you can answer it. Maybe. What was the first task you managed to delegate? And how do you find the person for it?
Let me get if I let me know if I got the question right. You want to know what was the first task that I delegated to someone else, right?
Yes.
I fucking failed at that, not because of me, but because it was really generally fucking hard for me to find people who were decent at video editing. at some point I was dealing with 4 clients at a time, and I could not edit everything myself. That's remember at the beginning of this session, I said like I try to do everything myself, and I couldn't do it. And when I try to find the people who could help me with that, it was a hot mess because I wasted so much time. So much time. It's unbelievable. I remember that I physically myself went to some of the most prestigious marketing agencies here in Barranquilla, and I even hire a couple of them, and the results they gave me were like very mediocre. And I was like, I cannot present this to my client. What the fuck are you like? Why are you even charging me so much money for this? And that's when I decided to take my business into a different route. I said, like, you know what? Maybe video editing is not something that I really find fun, because I like editing my own videos. I think that's fun. But I don't like editing other people's videos. And so I said, like, ooh, wait a minute. Maybe I can specialize myself into just selling video scripts. And that's what I did. You see, this is like one of the first services that I started to offer, video scripts only for YouTube. And then as I got better at running ads to get those people, I was like, wait a minute, I can offer this as another add-on to companies that don't necessarily run ads. And then I made my my offer more robust, because I said like, okay, I cannot charge $300 through PayPal or whatever. I need a proper payment processor. To do that, I need a website. So that's when I started to create my funnel. When I say website, this website is a portion of the funnel. And if you guys know, this is everything I do to get clients. All of these services. And I say sales scripts because in the past, I worked many years for an industry which literally was writing sales scripts, writing and training people on how to sell stuff. See, I've always been, not always, but I've been very comfortable with selling things to other people, or at least convincing them to buy my stuff. So yeah, these are the deliverables that I provide. And then this is, well, maybe you guys know, all of the text that you see in this website is what we call copy, right? I don't have to explain that, right? Copy, more copy, 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 copy. Copy is, in a nutshell, is decreasing the amount of time that a client understands your service. That's what copy really is. It's a time-saving tool. And you can do that with images, or you can do that with video. You can also do it with text. So, yeah. This is whenever a client comes to my website, this is what they see. You sign up, you tell me what you want, and then you just wait until I'm done. That's it. See?
Daemian, in case that we are going to, of course, to try to have a team here with you,
Mhm.
The web page is going to be produced with ourselves, or we're going to use yours in these cases that we're going to start working? Tell me.
As I explained yesterday, I mentioned that eventually, hopefully, every single one of you should be able to have your own tools.
All right.
But if you want to start making money quickly, we can just use this funnel, which is already built. You do the work, I close the sale, and we split the difference.
All right, good.
Right.
Yes.
For example, if we get a client that needs UX UI copy, we can delegate that to Jessica, and in turn, she can help us, every single one of us, to understand how it's done. And we can help her to finish the product faster. See? if we were to do that. But we have to be very strategic with the service we are going to offer first.
Yeah.
And then this is the most important part of the website, arguably, which is the offer.
Yes.
This is what I offer to my clients. This is where they pay. Boom. That's it. Simple. See?
Okay.
Very simple. And here's an add-on. This little section right here is what we call an add-on. It's another service that is not the main thing I can offer, but it's a very nice thing to sell because it's easy to produce and it's quick and I like it. I like making websites. I think I do like it. I don't know, maybe.
Daemian,
Yes.
this website is part of your funnel, right?
Yes.
If I understand correctly. Yeah. So it's similar to the portfolio we are asked for when working in the tech industry,
Mhm.
or similar fields or something. The portfolio is part of how we sell ourselves
Yes.
as a candidate, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So you use this just to sell uh services and yeah.
Exactly. Right. And
This is your landing page, right?
this is a landing page, but at the same time, it's part of the portfolio because let me explain something that I haven't explained yet. The type of client that I cover is, and I was gonna get to that tomorrow, but I guess it's just fine if I just do it today. The type of client that I serve is people who are in the same field as me and people who also need everything that I'm showing them. I'm showing them ads. So, like the first contact they get from me is through an ad campaign. So they already know that I can run their ads. In reality, that's one of their ads. Like one of the ads that I run is, let me run your ads for you. You don't need to waste time or energy into understanding ads. Let me just do that for you. See?
All right.
That's already my portfolio. Before they even know who the fuck I am, they already know part of my portfolio. See? And then when they go to the landing page, they say, ooh, this website seems slick, seems nice, right? And when they get to the payment thing, they go like, oh, this guy also makes websites. See? That is the second element of the portfolio. See?
Mm-hmm.
And then all the other things that I cover here, I cover them on a call with them. However, this is very specific because this website is dynamic. It doesn't stay like this forever. Sometimes, depending on the kind of ads that I'm running, I change this section. This specific section that you're seeing right here sometimes lets them book a call with me. Again, depending on the type of ad that I'm running, I can, with just a couple of clicks, I can change this whole section here, and I can allow them to book a call. Let me give you an example of what that looks like. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, so do you see this website?
Mm-hmm.
This is effectively a copy of my own website, the one that I just showed you here, but is for my other business that I'm working on right now. And it's the same structure, but the only difference is that instead of paying, they book a call. Because I notice, or the data that by the way, who's can everybody mute their mics while I'm talking? Sorry. I know it's kind of annoying, but yes. So, depending on the type of results that you get from your ad campaigns, you might go like, okay, some clients convert better if they have a call with you. Some clients convert better if they don't talk to you at all. See? And for this particular case, this is very sensitive information. What I'm sharing with my clients in this particular business, because it's their medical and clinical information, and I cannot just like charge. I don't think it's, how to put it into nice words. I don't think clients will be or leads for that matter will be able to just pay an unknown company that they haven't heard of, right? And just giving them access to their medical records. I don't think that any lead would do that. So that's why we decided to just allow them to book a call with us. Okay. But the rest of the website is practically the same. See? It's just a copy of the other one. A hard copy.
This one is an incredible idea, Daemian.
Yeah. It's
Not for
highly
me.
profitable as well, but believe me, I got into this and I want to get out already. It's too much work. It's too much work. Wait, no, it's not too much work. It's just that too many things can go wrong. Too many things.
Kind of risky, no?
Very risky for us, not so risky for the client.
Right.
And it is a great idea, yes, but at the same time, very risky. So yeah. What else? What I was going to say, tell you. Oh, it's been almost an hour, so I think we're gonna call it a day for now. Next session, I don't know. We'll just keep on talking the theoretical side of things, and we're gonna move very quickly so that we can start doing the practical side of things. Okay.
Yeah. I would like to tell you something. Sometimes when I work till 8 o'clock from Monday to Wednesday. And of course, I'm always in a rush to come here on time. But today I was late. And tomorrow is going to be the same, but I'm going to be here. Yes, I'm trying to. But on Thursday or other days, it's going to be easier for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you guys think that we should do this at this time or maybe 1 hour later? Because this will not be like this forever. We have to figure out a time.
Oh no, what do you think if we use a form to pick a time that works for most people? Or maybe let everyone choose up to two options from several?
No, because this is not a democracy. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just
My God,
kidding.
what you asking then?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Wait, yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's a great idea. Yes, just submit your best time. I propose 8 p.m. Colombia time. That will be 9 p.m. for you, Miralia. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it's good.
Does anybody have
Is it
any issue with
For
that?
me, 7 p.m. sounds good, but
Yeah.
since
We're
we're a lot of people here, so maybe it
Okay.
could be 8 p.m.
okay. Let's do it 8 p.m. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
8
Thank you very
p.m.
much.
Colombia, right?
Okay. Good.
Absolutely. All right. Pretty good.
Thank you. Yes.
I'll
Thank
see
you
you
very much.
then, and stay frosty. Okay.
All right.
Same,
Good.
Daemian.
All
You
right.
too. Thank
All right.
you.
Down.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Damian, send this, all right? We send the record, right? Yeah. Fine.
Well, I don't know. Like, yes, someday.
Okay. Okay. Good.
I have to figure out where
It's-
to put it first.
Okay. Good.
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye.